Many Americans are sick and tired and frankly even nauseous of hearing the same old voices of Jeb Bush and Hillary Clinton constantly on the television. They know that even if elected, little to nothing will change, and most likely they won't make good of any promises they make on the campaign trail. However, paving a new path, an alternative voice in the upcoming election cycle, is a candidate by the name of Deez Nuts. Now, I know what you're thinking, and in fact, his name is actually Brady Olson. He's a 15-year-old from Iowa, believe it or not, running as an independent candidate for the President of the United States. Now, I absolutely love this story, but I first heard about it, or rather read about it, on Twitter. It was actually the #1 trending topic of the day, and initially I didn't actually believe my eyes, because accompanied with all these tweets was a picture from a local TV station in North Carolina polling Deez Nuts just below Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton. So I thought, well, this is obviously fake. Either some kid hacked into the TV system and changed this, thinking it would be a funny joke, or it was just an elaborate Photoshop job that went viral online. But surprisingly, and much to my delight, neither of those assumptions were true, and instead, again, a teenager spearheaded this entire satirical campaign. So naturally, I reached out to Brady via email, asking him to conduct a phone or Skype interview with me. I would, of course, be the one interviewing him, however. So unfortunately, he said he would be unable to do so because of his demanding campaign schedule. Whether or not he said that in jest is up to anyone's guess, but at the end of the day, I did manage to send him a couple questions and get responses back. In this video, my goal is to relay to you, the viewer, some of that information. I first asked Brady, being that you've polled 9% in North Carolina and your campaign has frankly gone viral online, to what exactly do you attribute your success? Is it that people are genuinely interested in your platform and your stance on certain policy issues? Or instead, are they just choosing you as an alternative to the other lesser of two evils? Brady told me, surprisingly, that he wants to be the candidate to end what he calls the two-party America, this duopoly in our country. And further than that, he cited a Gallup poll saying that 60% of Americans want a legitimate third-party candidate running in the upcoming election. And I thought that was very telling. So that is Brady's motivation for starting the Deez Nuts campaign. Next up, I asked him to elaborate specifically on his platform. He said he classifies himself as a solid centrist, being left-wing on social issues, right-wing on fiscal issues, and he also said that he would, if elected, give more responsibility to Middle Eastern countries in addition to reforming the NSA and the Affordable Care Act. And as far as taxes, he'd incentivize lower tax rates to small businesses in addition to erasing incentives to big oil companies. And then finally, as far as the future of the Deez Nuts campaign, I said, Brady, what are your plans? He told me that firstly, he'd like to be included in the October 2016 debates. Those are televised, obviously. And other than that, he'd also like to obtain ballot access in at least 30 states, and then to obtain write-in access on the ballots in an additional 15 states across the country. So, what do you think? Does this campaign sound hopeful? Obviously, it's not realistic, being that you need to be at least 35 to run as a presidential candidate, but would you ultimately, and again, hypothetically, vote for Deez Nuts? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Peace, love, and liberty. Andrew Demeter, signing out.